You just asked me the questions.
Off to the races.
Yeah, pretty much. Stop me if hit me in the leg.
Good evening. This show is disturbingly tasteless. Several persons of dubious intelligence have likened the hosts to fools and idiots. Of course, when they made this proclamation, they spelled most of the words incorrectly and showed a basic lack of sentence structure and grammar. Needless to say, listener discretion is advised.
A heavily guarded fortress surrounding the pelvic splanchnic ganglion.
I've heard of that. Who said I haven't?
If we can stimulate that nerve, the bowel will convulse, expelling the entire worm society.
But what about the worms in the other parts of his body?
Listen, this is gonna be one hell of a bowel movement. Afterwards, he'll be lucky if he has any bones left.
Welcome to the American Moron Entertainment Network.
We're your friends. We're not like the others, man. Really.
There you go, more Hunter S. Thompson for
Another one of your tunes?
you. Yeah, this is one of the instrumentals.
Good for you, dude.
I'm trying to. You were saying last week we need to come.
He's
up
like
with
the AI master.
And
That's AI song.
Yeah.
oh yeah, my daughter is just disgusted with me over the whole thing. She constantly makes comments. I'm like, I'm not selling it. I'm not bragging about it. Like, just we can't play music on the show.
No, we can't. We get in trouble.
We got to make our own stuff.
Wow.
No,
So here we are.
we are here.
We have a very special guest tonight. They're all special. But this is Dave Weakley.
Hey, everybody.
Dave is famously known for Rough House Tees, band I used to go see when I was a younger lad. It was only last year.
I was going to say it's like 3 years max. Come on.
Because I mean I'm only 28, so
I'm 30.
see, we're doing good, man. So Dave, last week I was joking around, but half serious because I wrote to a guy named Dave Weakley, and Dave happened to be listening, and I wrote to the wrong Dave Weakley, and this guy's probably wondering, what the fuck is this guy saying to me?
Well, I heard you say I wrote Dave and invited him on the show, and I'm like, he did?
The fuck you did?
He did write me on the show, and that's why I reached out to you.
That was great. I appreciate that. Because we had Dave McGuire in last week with Mary Kelly.
Yeah, Dave's a first Holy Communion with Dave.
Did you really?
Yeah, that's what I wrote on the thing. I've known
I
him
think
since
I saw
was
that.
yeah. Since
I wasn't
was,
sure that was you who said that.
I guess about 8 years old, and then
my God,
I ran into him again in junior high. We were friends, and Dave used to sing in a band called Crack Shot when we were first coming up together, and they were a cover band, and we were a cover band, and we played a lot of the same venues, the Shady Lane.
Yeah,
yeah.
So I met Dave for the first time in modern life. I was playing up at someplace in Lansdale, and he came in and he's talking to me, and you know how it is. People come up to you and they're like, I sing, I do this, I do that, I spin plates,
I dance.
And you're like, sure, dude, yeah. And he wants to talk to me, so he gives me his phone number, and we end up talking on the phone for almost 2 hours. And I'm like, okay, this cat's legit.
Yeah, he is.
He's
a good singer.
And I've been out to see Dave play a million times, and he's been out. Now we've struck up this really good friendship.
He's a good guy.
We're actually talking about putting something. I don't know. We're gonna maybe get together next week and throw some shit at the wall and see what happens. But
your own stuff?
Original project.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't throw other people's shit.
Well, if it works,
Yeah.
As long as it sticks, Jim.
Just wear gloves.
Is that what you're supposed? I was wondering how.
That's what I heard. That's what the Catholic schools people.
Oh, okay.
So we got a bunch of people on YouTube, and hey,
great. If you're listening to us or watching us on YouTube, I always forget that.
And hey, Robert on Facebook.
I saw Robert.
Yeah.
I see Larry Dresden's out there.
I saw him Saturday too, and he was causing trouble.
Robert, yes. Well,
Yeah.
Robert's always trouble,
Yeah.
But
That's why they gave you takeout boxes.
If you're on the YouTube link, please like and subscribe.
Yeah, go nuts.
It supposedly helps us. Not that we've monetized anything, but maybe next year, maybe. I talked to an accountant.
I thought you were paying me. I thought you were going to pay me to come here.
Well, there's that too. But the problem is usually
is $5 too much?
On YouTube, the problem is we're usually like blocked in the UAE and Syria, and I'm like, well, that's where the big money is.
Yeah.
So, but what are you
What are we
going
to do?
Hey, Hey, we're also not 12-year-old virgin girls, so they're probably not watching anyway.
Speak for yourself.
Are you a girl?
Speak for yourself.
I knew you were a virgin.
So Dave, you listen, man. You're like a local legend, and I honestly, dude, and
Please.
you're like
Oh yeah.
you're kind of like. And I'm
I've seen
going.
graffiti.
You're like kind of like Mike LeCompte in my world to me.
Mike's a good guy.
So there's people that that when I was coming up playing that I revered, and you're definitely one of those people.
Oh, thank you.
And I appreciate you coming in, and this is very cool. If I could tell the 18-year-old, 17-year-old kid who was watching you open for Ace Frehley that someday you'd be sitting in my home, my rental studio in that place that we don't know where it is, Jim, with the pictures of guitars behind us.
It's that blue room in the ghetto.
Yes.
It took me an hour and a half to get here from Phoenixville.
I'm telling you, man. I would have been like, wow, that's crazy. How does that stuff
Nice
happen?
ride, though. It was a nice ride.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed the ride. Hartley looks beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
So one of the questions I like to ask people, and I don't always get this out because usually Jim and I go on a tangent, but
Or an arc tangent if you want to be a dork about it.
yeah. How did it all start for you? Because I'm always curious about this. And a lot of I will tell you that there's a 75% rule with most of the people that come in here. And I'm just curious if it falls in that category.
How did what start for me? Music?
Music. The life, I call it. The life.
Chicks.
Well, when I was real young, my parents, there was always music in my house.
Mm-hmm.
It was always big band music, country and western music, Elvis, a lot of Elvis, Johnny Cash, Mario Lanza, the opera singer. My mom knew him, so she had all his albums, right?
Wonderful.
She knew him, so she used to play this Mario Lanza album, this Christmas album, and it would skip, and I knew all the skips. So
When you heard it, otherwise you were like, wait, it didn't skip.
and then one year, later in life, I bought her the CD, and it didn't skip, and I was like, "This isn't right."
Yeah, it screwed you up. You're like, it's almost like you're dancing and the skip isn't there. And you trip, yeah.
Or it sounds like somebody's popping popcorn or frying eggs when you first put the needle down.
And kids today have no idea.
But
They have
I
no
was
idea.
I was turned on to that by my parents, and then my cousin, who was 27 years old, I was probably about 8.
So just like 5 years ago.
Yeah, he moved into our house and he played the acoustic guitar.
Oh.
And he would play out front, and he would have of our house, and we'd have all these people in a circle singing. And I was like, this is awesome, And he taught me how to play a couple things. I took lessons, and I didn't really like it. I wasn't really interested in the guitar that much. I mean, I just I played it, but I didn't really apply myself. I just it wasn't grabbing me, know. And my cousin Joe Deegan, he just passed away about a year and a half ago. He played in a band called Legacy in the City, and the first time I met him, I was at his house on Sedgley Street in Philly, at his parents' house, and he comes down the steps, and he's got this dyed black, spiked up hair, and in that rooster cut, it's all roostered up.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, "Hey man, how you doing?" And I'm standing there looking at him like, "Wow, who is this guy?" And he put a black Rickenbacker 4001 in my hands, and he goes, "How does that feel?" And he had a gold top.
Wow.
He had a Les Paul gold top. But anyway, I went home from there, and I was like, "Wow, this is pretty cool." My next door neighbor played in a wedding band, and he let me use his Gibson Grabber. He goes, "Play this for a couple weeks. Let me know what you think." And Gene Simmons played a Gibson Grabber, right? But this one was purple. It was like dark purple, and it had a maple neck.
So, was it Kiss?
It was a combination of a lot of things. Kiss was my first concert. I didn't necessarily go out and learn a lot of Kiss songs right away. I had this thing where I didn't want to learn the song because I felt like it was taking something away from it when I was listening to it, right?
You are the first musician that I've spoken to, interviewed, that shares my sentiment about that.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
There's something about when you learn the song, the magic evaporates.
Yeah, it happened to me with like a Kiss song. I remember learning this. I forget what it was, Firehouse or something. And I'm like, is that all it is?
Right.
But,
It's this simple? What?
but then, then things evolved for me pretty quickly. I mean, I grew up in a neighborhood called Wedgwood Park. And Wedgwood Park was probably it was a rough neighborhood, but it was a wonderful place to grow up. I mean, everybody played. We had drummers down the street. We had guitar players down the street. There's a couple bass players. I'm actually playing in the Powerhouse band. It's a cover band. And Louis is singing in that band. But the two guys from that band I've known my whole life since I was, in second grade. A bass player and a drummer. I've known these guys my whole life. So we're all from that neighborhood. And we would go from neighborhood to neighborhood, playing 2112 in our neighborhood. Then we go to North Wales, Pennsylvania, where we knew somebody. We play it there. Then we go to this guy, Ron Adams. I don't know if you heard of him. Big Ron. We go to his place. We play some Rush in his.
Talk about legend.
In his shed. He had the shed in the back of his house. We would all pile in and,
One-Eyed Willie.
Yeah, we would do that, and so it was more of a gradual thing. I did take lessons actually for about 2 years. I took lessons from a jazz guitar player, and that's when I was completely sold on playing the bass. It was especially when I started playing with other musicians, because you could play the bass all day at home, and I could entertain myself all day playing the bass. Mm-hmm. Some people are just like, what am I just do? It's like playing the tuba, you know what I mean? It's not like that for me, but
it could be.
I learned playing jazz.
And that's, yeah.
So
you had a voice.
Yeah, I learned to play jazz with this guy, Ray Malinziak out of DeVoe's Music in Lansdale. And, he started turning me on to Motown. And I started playing Motown. I started playing, autumn jazz, walking bass. He taught me how to write walking bass lines. He taught me what a minor third was.
So you know who Carol Kay is then?
Oh yeah, of course. He taught me all the theory that I have in my head, pretty much.
That's cool.
And he's still alive. I reached out to him. I guess about 6 months ago. I found him online. And I wrote him,
wow.
And he wrote me back. He goes, "Yeah, I can't see real well, but I'm writing you back." So, he's still kicking, and that's how I got started. And then I was into progressive music. So, I was in a band. All the guys were older than me, and I was in that band for about 3 years.
That definitely taught you a lot.
Great guitar player, George Bintner. If you're out there, George, listening, thank you. He's a great guy, great player. But anyway, him and his uncle and a drummer, it was 4 of us. We played Beatles, we played Blue Oyster Cult, Genesis, Kansas, Wishbone Ash, all the stuff with crazy moving bass parts, you know. And it was, we still played Judas Priest and, Bowie. Bowie was always one of my favorites, but Peter Gabriel. But anyway, I had to learn all these songs quickly. And
that's a hell of a foundation, man. Like, and I can relate, not on the progressive side, but on the playing side. You learn trial by fire much faster than you do sitting in your bedroom.
Yeah. I had to learn 30 songs in 2 weeks, and it was like Child of Innocence, Icarus, these crazy Kansas tunes, and
a lot of changes to remember.
Yeah, like some kooky Blue Oyster Cult songs, and it was. And I love Blue Oyster Cult, which I got a story about that later. But I learned all that stuff, and then when Greg Malak was coming around and asking me to join his band, it's like they don't play any Genesis. I'm like, they don't play any Kansas
for now.
Yeah, for now, right? So when I I auditioned for them, and I was like, thanks, but no thanks. And I was 18 at the time, or 17, I think I was at the time. And then he called me. And when he called me, it tugged at my heartstrings, because he said to me, he goes, "Our bass player quit, and our drummer just shot himself."
Oh.
He goes, "I need to find players, He goes, "Can you come out again?" So I was like, okay. So I came out again, and I came to the conclusion that chicks don't dance to Kansas.
There you go.
And I love Kansas. I'll play Kansas all day, and it's fun to do. But I got in this band, and they were working. You know, this band I was in for 3 years, we didn't play anywhere. We were good, but we just didn't play anywhere. So I was in Tees for 2 weeks, I think, and I played the first gig, and that was it. You know, we
The
went.
rest is history.
Yeah, we went full time about a year after that. We went full time. So
You guys brought your own PA. I was reading.
yeah, so we had a sound guy, Tom Friel, and we had a bus. We bought a school bus, and we took out all the seats, and we had 8 seats, 4 in the front, and we built a wall, and then we boarded up all the windows, and it was all bolted and boarded up. Our full PA and light show fit in there.
Well, you guys now have a school bus.
And we drove that all over. We rode all over in that bus. And then when that one failed, when that one broke down, it was too expensive to fix. We got another one. We had 3 buses. And then when we put out the first album, we had to do radio interviews and go to record stores because our record was in the store. Like say we're in Rochester, New York.
Sure.
We would go to the record store, and the band crew would finally set up. You know, the band would have to set up anymore. It's like, oh my God, because we were doing all the work too.
Yeah.
You know, so once we got the record came out, you know, we didn't have time to do that, and we rubbed it in we were assholes too. We rubbed it in our faces, but it was fun, you know. So we would go to like do an in store and sign the albums while those guys were setting up. So we bought a van. We had a red van. So the van and the bus traveled all over.
That's awesome.
We had a full, we had eight Serwin Vega bins on the bottom. We had
Back when they were nice and light.
4 Serwin Vega mids across, double 15s, I think they were, or Perkins. The Perkins bins, the big Perkins. And then we had mids on top, and then we had a couple sets of horns.
So you had a bus.
Yes. We had a bus. And we had these big cases of par 19, what were they called? Par
64s.
Par 64s.
Which are headlights.
I know.
Car
man.
headlights with gels.
Right. So we would have so many of those in these cases all packed up, you know. We had a guy who built the cases for us, Joe Sr. He became our road manager. You know, so
You're getting tired just thinking about it, aren't
Well, yeah, because I mean, what we do, you know, in old school every weekend is exhausting, and we have nothing compared to that, of course. You know,
well, we
it's
were
still like-
20s in our 20s, you know,
Yeah.
and you know we were running on bad things.
Sure.
Artificial energy and some, you know.
Whatever it takes, man. I've been there. I don't want to say I was lucky because I never got to where you were, but I was playing places like, you know, the Galaxy and the Empire and all those places. You know,
good places.
And they all had the Par 64s, and man, you just sweat under those.
Well, they had
lights.
PAs too. We didn't have to bring PA.
Right.
You know, when we found a place with a PA, we're like, thank God. You know?
That
But
always.
this was-
Even in old school, we say that now.
Yeah. This was every night, though. We would play a Tuesday night in Phillipsburg. We break down the PA. We'd end up Wednesday night in Blairstown, New Jersey.
Wow.
You know, then Thursday we'd be somewhere else. Sometimes we get lucky and we would get 4 nights at one place. You know, and that meant, you know,
You set it up and leave it for a couple days.
Yeah, that turned into a lot of craziness. You know, the band got dangerous when there was
the
4
idle
nights in a row.
time.
Yeah, so.
Let's just go to the mall and we'll shop. We'll be good. No.
No, none of that ever. But you know, that's how we ate.
A lot of comments there, man.
What are they saying?
I threw it over to your side. Can you read it?
I can't see that. I got to put my glasses on to see that shit. I saw Tom Nally, the world famous "This Is Tom's World." Tom Nally is out there.
Gabe is here and a bunch of other
Gabe,
people.
Gabe's a good guy. You
Yeah,
know
man.
Gabe?
I've just seen
He tunes in a lot. If it's the Gabe I'm thinking of,
And,
musician, right?
Yes, bass player.
Yeah.
There's no usernames, so I'm not going to read them out because I'll either pronounce them wrong or just sound stupid.
You'll probably get in
anyway.
trouble, Jim.
Yeah, I know. You know.
But I see on Facebook we've got Dana D'Angelo, Todd Fry, Pete Shawn, Albert Greer, Jackie Kearns, Jenny Crozet, Hanson. My phone,
Wow.
my computer.
Thank you for being on the
Mary
show.
Kelly Joy was here.
Yeah, I saw it.
Maybe
I saw
still
Mary.
here, I think.
I don't know.
I hope.
I can't. This stuff doesn't work. None of this stuff works. I hate this
I know.
technology.
I hate it all. You know what we should do?
We should get a bullhorn to sit on my front lawn.
We could do that, yeah. And you know what? It's funny. I gotta say a real quick thing, because most of the people in our neighborhood would not be surprised if we did that, because they know we're freaks because of all the stuff we do for Halloween.
Sure.
So yesterday, I'm off this week, so I'm in my garage working on some Halloween shit.
I drove by and saw you out there doing something.
Because I've got to fix the big sign we have, because the wind keeps blowing it over, and if it does it again, I'm going to burn the planet to a cinder. So I'm working on that, and I've got the table out, and I'm measuring something, and I've got a ruler out. And in my head, I'm thinking, like, do you remember the increments between, the inch, like 1/8, like 1/16, 1/8? Like, do I still remember? So I'm mumbling that. I've got headphones on, and I'm going through that, and I'm actually saying it. Paul the Elder, the guy across the street, walks up. He just like ninjas right up to me, because I'm looking down, I don't see him, and he's right in my face, and he's like, talking to the wood. It's like, Jesus Christ.
That's what Paul does.
But the neighborhood here would not be surprised if we did crazy shit like that. I mean, Paul the Elder's what, like 90?
I think so.
Yeah.
He just pulled up when Dave got here.
And I met him about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And he was dressed as a banana.
That was his Halloween outfit.
And I was like, did you get that from David Adams?
I hope it was his Halloween outfit. Maybe it was his church outfit.
I don't know. It's possible. He does go down.
Kelly James Yorgi just popped on.
Hey.
He'll be here in, 2 weeks?
He's a good guy.
Please.
Here you go, sir.
Kelly's a good guy.
Yes,
And none
he
for you,
is.
sir?
I'll tell you what, man. In the last 10 years, I've gotten to know
You're good, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm good.
so many great people who happen to be musicians, and I feel blessed. I really do. It was 18 years ago. I with another guy, we formed Old School, and I swore I would never play covers.
With that guy?
You know who? Ugh. He knows them too.
Who's that?
Eric J is the name that he goes by.
Eric J. Oh, man, it's coming to me.
Finkelstein.
You know what? It'll come to me.
No offense to you if you're listening, Eric. I love you, baby.
Yeah, I know
I
Eric
don't.
J. I know Eric J.
We went through kindergarten through all of high school together.
In the other locker room, they thought you were a girl. Just saying.
Here we go.
But,
Anyway, but yeah, I do feel blessed. Is the other camera working at all?
yeah.
Oh, I wasn't
You
sure.
haven't done anything, so I didn't know.
Well, I didn't stick my tongue
There you
out
go.
yet.
I've known Kelly Yorgi since elementary school.
That's crazy, man.
Well, I was friends with his brother. We were in the same grade. And Kelly's aunt was my sixth grade teacher, Mrs. Yorgi.
Ah.
Yeah, very nice lady. Put up with a lot. But yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Kelly lived in this big house on 8th and Cannon, which is walking distance from Wedgwood.
Now, is Wedgwood, where is that, geographically speaking?
Wedgwood is in Lansdale.
Okay.
It borders if you go out of Wedgwood, you could be in Hatfield, but when you're in Wedgwood, you're in Lansdale.
Okay.
Right.
My company had I don't know if they're still using it. They had a warehouse in Hatfield at one point. I think they moved it.
Could have been on Schwab Road, which is runs right.
It was
on
right
Wedgwood.
near the apartment complex, Hatfield Village.
Oh, okay, yeah, over there. Yeah.
My buddy Paul Morgan lived there for many years, and my buddy Rick Work lived with him. They had an apartment together. That Les Paul next in the picture, next to the red one. That was Paul Morgan's. Paul Morgan was a monster guitar player. He was a roadie and a road tech for mostly for Gary Moore, and then in later years he was with Jimmy Buffett.
Matt Nardo is a big guy who plays in my band. He's also in the Leviathan. He plays with you ever hear that Leviathan?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a whole another network. So we have a lot of different branches on the tree. But Matt, the guitar player for the band Weakley, he plays guitar and sings in Leviathan. Him and Ripper Owens. And Tommy Crash, who lives in Florida, he is he kind of puts it all together. He's a great guitar player too. He played in my band ASB for a while. So I
remember when you guys were playing the upstairs at the Troc, and I was a little fucked up. Sorry, but I was there. I know I saw one show.
I probably was too.
I'm pretty sure you're being redundant right now.
I probably was too.
And I was there with Name it, Jim.
What?
Guess who I was there with?
Finkelstein.
There it is.
Finkelstein.
We drove down to the Mustang, man, in the Center City. I don't know where I parked that thing.
That was a weird. I played the regular room at the Trocadero, like the regular one.
Mm-hmm, me too.
And then I was like, what the hell is upstairs?
I didn't even know that there was a room up there.
No, up
I
there.
think I saw you, and then my son, his first gig was in that lounge room.
Yeah, it was weird.
And I barely remember being in there.
You were probably there. You just don't remember.
I didn't see my son play there, but I knew he played there because the next gig he got through the Manis guy, and he played the main stage.
Yeah, Steve Sermansky. You could go into that room during a show because I remember.
Really?
My wife and I went to see Slayer there. Oh, don't ever go see Slayer at the Trocadero. Well, we were there.
Doesn't sound big enough.
It wasn't. It was oversold, and I was the only guy there with a shirt on.
Crowded with Slayer fans. It must have been a joy.
But I did enjoy. I only stayed for 3 songs. We had to get out, but I did see Slayer again at the First Union or whatever it is, and they were good. I seen them from behind. I was behind the stage.
Speaking of Slayer, I want to. What is this, Jim? We're drinking Warsteiner?
Warsteiner. It's a Dunkel.
Okay. I am going to. This is for Billy Noble. Billy was I call him my brother-in-law. He's my ex-wife's husband. He passed away this Saturday, and this is to you, Billy, because he was a huge Slayer fan.
Oh, I can take him. I can take Slayer in small doses, but I
respect the musicianship, and I love the technology,
We used to
the
terrify people we
Marshalls,
went to
and
school with them.
the way that they got the tones out of those JCM 800s and
That's
the
what
BC Riches and
the magic for Slayer. I thought they found their magic in the Rain and Blood album, what Rick Rubin produced, and just that little bit of reverb on the bass, just the way he did it, just.
Rick Rubin's got the magic touch.
And
man.
what they did, they reversed it. So a lot of things I like to do, like when I'm writing a song, I like to dig into it and make it interesting. Sometimes it just happens.
When you have the time, right? Do you always have the time to dig into it? Sometimes you just got to go in and record, right?
Well, so I can go into that, but like what was I talking about?
The reverb.
Oh, so when you dig into a song, you can you're changing things and you're trying different things to make the song interesting.
Sorry, somebody has a comment there. I think it's for you, Paul. Don't mention Slayer Peppers on Friday. Last time someone there was nearly a cat fight.
Oh.
Okay.
I need to know more about that.
I do too. Sorry.
Sorry.
That's sorry.
What Slayer did was, they had a double bass.
Yeah.
Going real fast, right? And the guitars going real fast, and then they would drag beat the guitars. They would drag them, play them halftime. On that album, on the Rain and Blood, and then they would switch it up. The drums would play a drag beat.
Then they'd go fast.
And he's on the ride cymbal, and the guitars are just, I was like, this is genius, So, of course, it's just another another tool in my box,
yeah,
you
sure.
know. So that was one thing I got out of that.
It's cool sometimes when you take stuff apart, and which is one of the things I did learn when I started taking some Kiss songs apart, because Kiss is my favorite band.
Is it?
And I
love Kiss. Yeah.
I started to learn. I was like, wait a minute, Paul and Ace don't play the same thing. They play alternating rhythms. They play different octaves and all kinds of fifths and all this crazy stuff. And I was like, man, everybody was cutting them up and saying they suck. And I'm like, but meanwhile, they were doing all this complex stuff and these counter rhythms. And that's what gave the complexity to Kiss that a lot of people didn't understand. And I salute them for that.
They got that. I mean, everybody was doing that. Not a knock on Kiss.
In the 70s?
Yeah, like Humble Pie was.
Well, they were really into Humble Pie. Gene Simmons talks about Humble Pie.
I love Humble Pie. Steve Marriott is one of my favorites. But he was a great guitar player and a great singer, and along with Peter Frampton.
Oh yeah, man.
The two of them together, but they did a lot of texturing. Same with David Bowie had a lot of that going on too. So when you and what I always do is I put one in the left and one in the right. You know, like I might put a Telecaster over there.
That's always very cool.
And I might I got this Junior that sounds like a chainsaw. I put that over there, you know, or depends on what I'm looking for.
You're saying, he's talking about Les Paul Jr. for those that don't know.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I have
They can Google it. That's fine.
the P90 pickup.
And that's then that's cool because the P90's got like a nice thick tone compared to the Telly. Telly's a little bit thinner. P90s have a really, really nice tone. Like if you think of George Thorogood, you take that, it's a P90 pickup, and he puts it inside of it's in a hollow body. So then you get the honk of the hollow body. What a unique tone.
Or like Mountain.
Yeah.
That's a
Leslie West.
Yeah. We met Leslie West one time. It was pretty
He's a
funny.
Character, man.
He was
How was that?
He was a character. So
I only know him from listening to Howard Stern.
So when we were a full-time cover band, we had this guy. His name was Johnny D. Not D. Johnny D. drummer.
Okay, I was waiting. I know that dude.
But there's a lot of Johnny D's out there. But there's only one Johnny D. drummer.
Right.
But this guy's name was Johnny D. He was our agent. And he would book us around. And we had this nickname for him. We called him Johnny Nose Candy back then, you know.
Wow.
So
he liked candy canes.
And he looked kind of, he had a goatee and a mustache. And he was Italian. And he had this real tight perm, you know, and all tan all the time, you know, gold chains, one of those guys.
It's like every one of my sister's friends that were guys.
Yeah. So this guy, Johnny D, he was one of the guys who booked us along with Dave Sestak. Dave Sestak went on to manage Live, the band Live. So this was an agency called Media 5, and Johnny D was one of the booking agents. So years go by, you know, we would always joke with Johnny D when we'd see him in the office. Hey, Johnny Nose Candy, you know. Anyway, we're with Columbia Records now, and we get invited to a Cream magazine party. All right.
Boy, howdy.
Yeah, so Cream magazine was making this comeback. It was like 1988, I think it was. And we had a publicist at the time. The publicist would babysit us, take us places, and make sure that we didn't
break stuff.
Right, get in trouble. So anyway, she was great.
Still toilet paper.
Her name was Annette Manalfo. She was wonderful. So she took us to this party in New York City, right? And we're standing there, we got 2 drink tickets each. And Greg Malak doesn't drink. And it was just Louis, Greg, and I.
I was going to say, there's ways around that.
But Greg would find out how much the drinks are and sell us the tickets for just under the drink price.
Greg. Dude.
So anyway, he's going to deny that. Anyway.
Too late. It's out there now. It's on the internet.
So anyway, we were hard partying.
Is funny.
And we got all these drink tickets, and you know the drinks then were like $14 in 1988 or 7. And
what does that translate to now? Like $50 a drink?
It was out of control, and all these famous people were there.
It was bad then, though. I mean, it's like I remember going to places down the city. And it's like, can I get a glass of water? And I got in an argument with the guy. He kept saying, just get the shot. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Because the water's free with the shot.
I just want a glass of water. And he's like, you got to get the shot. Get the shot. It's still gonna... I'm like, 10 minutes. And finally, I'm like, I'll pay you $10 for the fucking water. Just give me some water, please.
So we hang out. We're hanging out with Leslie West, and we're talking to him, you know. And he said he's making a new album. And Louis goes, who's singing on the album? He's like, well, I'm going to be singing on the album. You know, he's got that voice.
Yeah.
And we all start laughing, you know. We're having a good time. And Annette comes over to us, and she goes, I'd like to introduce you guys. I want to take you over and meet the editor of Cream magazine. So we're like, okay, you know, it would be cool if we got in Cream magazine. We've already been in like Hit Parader and whatever the other ones were. I forget what they were.
16.
No.
You're thinking of Tiger Beat.
No, we weren't in those. It was like whatever they were called. I forget. There was
RIP. There was
we were in RIP and all those
things that I was buying and putting the pictures on my wall.
Right. So we were in some of those, but not Cream. So because it was just making a comeback.
Yeah.
So she brings us over to this guy. This guy turns around, and the first thing out of our mouth is Johnny Nose Candy. It was him from Media 5.
Get out of here.
He became the editor-in-chief of Cream magazine.
Perfect.
Our publicist was like having a heart attack.
I bet.
Because she didn't know we knew him.
Right.
And we had this rapport, you know.
And you knew what to get him for Christmas.
And he's like, guys, and she was just like, what the hell is going on? You know, so
That's cool.
So that
That's
was
a great story.
You know, we never thought we'd see him again, but
There
you
he
never
was.
know, man.
You never know how people end up. Usually, it's not for the good. Sorry, but
Like
Finkelstein.
shh,
in
stop it.
in California,
What's he gonna do?
He's fine. He's doing great.
in
He's a good guy.
That annoys me.
in California, we were there for this concrete marketing convention, right? In 1980.
What?
Yeah, concrete marketing. You ever heard
Oh,
of it?
like I thought. See, I'm taking you literally.
You're
Like,
thinking it's like the mafia.
No, it was like it's kind of like
all right, we're
South
gonna
by
get a couple
Southwest.
bands in here, and meanwhile, listen, we got some good concrete.
It's kind of like South by Southwest now.
Okay.
It was in California, and they had this place called the Country Club. It was a giant venue, and they had all these bands playing. You know, all these half-famous bands, Warrant, and you know, we were out there, but our manager couldn't get us a gig there. He said. But anyway, we would have blew that place apart. But anyway, you know, there were so many crazy things. I forget where I was going with this. Oh, so another person I never thought that I would see again was we come around the corner, we're walking through the motel, and there's Mark Didia. Do you remember Mark Didia?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was on his show.
Yeah. So Mark Didia was a DJ at YSP, and he would bring teas in on like if we weren't working on a Saturday.
The King of Dirt.
The King of Dirt, yeah. On a Saturday, him and Mean Ed Green, who they work together now, by the way. They're working for Redline Entertainment out of
Really?
Nashville, yeah.
Oh shit.
And this other guy, Killer
Ken Sharp, that's how I got on the show.
So those guys were there, and you know, the first time I think we had our record there, we sent our record up with a stripper.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, that's how you did it back
Especially
then.
on a Saturday night in Philly.
But
Well,
anyway-
it was Ballackinwood, sorry.
He would invite us up there, right? And you know, we would party up there and hang out with him. It was just so crazy. We were there the whole show, you know.
We got thrown out.
Well, we weren't allowed to drink anymore. We weren't allowed to talk about drinking or anything else on the. We were allowed, but we weren't allowed to talk about while we were on the air anymore.
Gotcha.
So anyway, we're in California. We come around the corner, and there's somebody we never thought we'd see. again.
There's way around that.
Mark the D standing there with Rick Rubin,
Oh my God, man.
and Rick Rubin is the guy I wanted to produce our album.
But you had Max Norman do your record.
Right, Rick Rubin was booked, and we wanted Roger Glover too. Roger Glover was
yeah.
booked.
Dude, Max Norman.
Good guy. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Like,
good guy.
first thing I think of when I think of Max Norman, of course, is Ozzy.
Yeah.
Made Ozzy's sound bigger than life, you know?
Yeah.
What was that like?
Well,
I mean, you know,
it was good. I mean, well, what happened with Max was, we got this recording contract, and they rented a studio at SIR in New York City.
just a small practice place that nobody knows of.
And well, that's where we auditioned
it's a
for
small
Tommy
city,
Mottola. We auditioned there for Tommy Mottola,
Dude,
Oh shit.
and
life.
that's where he took us,
the
right?
life you had.
Well, anyway, we were,
Still has
Fuck.
it.
God.
we auditioned. We played a set. We would play like half a set, and first guy that saw us was Doc and Neil Kernan. Was that his name?
Neil Kernan.
Yeah, he passed on us, but he saw us at the Empire. He didn't want to do anything to do with us. So we went to SIR, and the first guy to walk through the door was Eddie Kramer. And
Now that's the holy grail for me.
me too. All the hair on my arms was standing up. You know, we're all
Oh,
like
my
looking
God.
at him. We're calling him Mr. Kramer. He's like, "Don't call me Mr. Kramer. It's Eddie." So Eddie Kramer listened to us play a couple songs, and we got into this one song that was called "Looking for Action," and we started playing it, and he goes, "Stop," and he goes, "I want you to play that double time." We're like, "What?" We never worked with a producer before. We did our own stuff.
Yeah.
Like, what is he talking about? He goes, "Double time." So we played a double time, and Eddie Kramer's moshing around the floor in between the band members. He was so into it, right? We're like, what the hell is going on here? So anyway, Eddie Kramer was interested, and our manager goes, "Look, he's having a lot of problems right now. It's not a good choice." I'm thinking, well, why did he bring him in?
Oh, what year was this?
1987.
87. So that's about the time he produced the Loudness album. There was the second major release that they had in the States, which is it's a big sounding album. To me, it didn't sound like an Eddie Kramer album.
Eddie Kramer, you know,
Honestly, I'm being honest with you. Like I was very excited that he was doing the album, and I was because I had expectations.
we wanted Eddie Kramer, and then and then our manager was like, hold on, we got another guy coming, Max Norman. You know, we all knew Max Norman.
Oh my God!
So Max Norman comes in. It's the same day, I think it was.
Neil Kernan, he was the guy that did all the Doc and
Yeah,
stuff.
I didn't like Doc.
Mark Burkert in my
I like
band.
the bass player.
He worked with Neil Kernan for Tapping the Vein.
Okay.
Pretty sure that's who did his
Yeah.
album.
So anyway, Max came in. He listened to us play the whole set. He kind of walked around. He's like, okay, sounds good.
You're like,
Okay, so
that's it?
so we went out drinking with him.
I was gonna say, anybody want a martini?
Yeah, we went out drinking with him, and that was an adventure. And because we were out of control, and he was not. And then, then when we went into the studio with him,
It's kind of like when we go out. Shh.
we went into the studio with him. We played. We were in Boston. We were coming off a string of dates or something, and we were going to play this place in Boston, and then we were going to go right to Worcester, Massachusetts, to record the album. It's this place called Longwood Farms, where the Stones worked there. The Blues Brothers did their album there. Jake Giles. It was a big complex, and it was.
I mean, just
posh.
to be in these places, not to be there to record your album, not to, but to just to be there and meet these people.
It was a dream come true.
My God, dude.
So we go play this place in Boston, and it's no secret I had an addiction problem, right? But we play this place in Boston, and I'm on another planet, and I get in a fight with this guy. After the show, I get into a fight, and the guy's got me. He's ready to kill me. And fortunately, we had this hippie roadie. He was like 6'4". He goes up behind the guy and gets him in a full Nelson. But
Hippies are always violent.
oh, he was awesome. His name was Yash. He's gone, but nice guy.
I always had guys like that. Even when I was playing the cell block and stuff, I always had a couple of big dudes. Because when I would drink, I still get a little nuts, but I used to get really nuts, and I always had a big mouth.
You don't get belligerent, though.
No, I was never belligerent, but I would tell people what I thought.
You do that when you're sober.
Oh.
My problem was being, I'm not a big guy, and you get some big drunk at the bar. He's like, oh, I got to kick the crap out of
he's
somebody.
gotta save his
So
face.
he's come over, I'm like, look, are you kidding me? You got to be out of your mind. Well, anyway, I got in a fight with this guy, and all the way from Boston to Worcester, I was on fire in that car.
You're all
right
worked
next to
up.
Max is like, he's like, you better calm down, mate. I'm like, I can't calm down. And you keep I was yelling at him,
Oh my God, man.
So
We're like I kicked his ass, man.
I'll tell you what.
Chance.
He's sitting there going, see, this is the energy I need for my album. This kid's got piss and vinegar.
So, but I ended up really becoming I had a great relationship with Max. We would stay up late every night.
That's cool, man.
And he would tell me about his life, and he brought his wife to the studio a few times, and he was just a great guy. He did a great job producing us. He taught us things that we would have never even thought of. But we weren't sure about mixing, because I think that Columbia Records was looking for a different mix than what we were, and we're like, this doesn't sound anything like Guns N' Roses or Dirty Looks or Judas Priest. It doesn't sound anything like that. It has no bottom end. So we gave it back, and they remixed a couple songs. Like Tonight, I think they remixed, and something else Greg would know. I forget what it is, but it wasn't a good mix. I was like, what the? I mean, I'm mixing stuff in my basement. I'm like, this is killing this.
Yeah.
I'm like, what happened?
So what do you suppose?
I think they were trying to. I don't know if they were trying to commercialize it or the record company was doing something, but then we ran out of time, and our manager, who was the downfall of the band, our manager at the time, from Champion Entertainment, he's the one who put a spike in us, pretty much, So
That's a bummer, man.
well, you know what? It's about the music, though. I played music and loved to play music before that even happened. And I still play music and love to play music even when that
That you
happened.
do.
It's like, it doesn't... I was bitter for a while after it first happened, because people were... Like, when something like that happens and you you're walking down South Street and somebody you don't even know comes over to you and says, "Hey, I hear you lost your recording contract."
Ooh.
And I'm like, well, who the hell are you? You know, like you start to get this.
Oh, you get a complex. I'm
Yeah, it's
sure.
like, what is going on here? And then you're finally like, look, you know, especially back then when I was all amped up all the time, you know, like, but you know, I learned a lot of lessons. It was a good lesson.
Good life lessons.
Yeah, and I learned a lot about songwriting, which you know is my passion. So, yeah, Max is a good guy. I'd recommend him to anybody.
I wish I could meet him in a bathroom.
You probably
good
shouldn't
guy.
say that out loud.
All right, maybe
Like
not
that's
that
going to
way.
get sampled and
No,
turned into
but
a song.
I told you the one time I got recognized, I was over at that stadium in New Jersey, which I'm going to tomorrow. I'm going to see Triumph.
Go on.
I had just done a reality television show with my ex-wife. We had a room in our house, not this studio, and
Your house. Where do you live?
you know, down the road over there. Go down there. Go down there.
That
Go down-
shithole with the van with no wheels parked on the lawn.
That's the one.
There you go.
So we
I
did
passed
a
that.
reality television show. It was called Design Invasion, and they got all excited because they saw pictures of me when I had the Louis XIV hair and all that. So they did a whole thing about that.
Yeah, you gotta
Anyway,
stop
so
powdering
we
your
did
hair.
this whole thing, and they redid a room in the house, and they gave us furniture and blah blah blah. And it was this whole thing. So fast forward, it's like 4 or 5 months later. I'm taking a piss in the bathroom over at the E Center in New Jersey, and this dude's standing next to me. He
And
goes,
the guy's like, "Were you on that TV show?"
pretty much. He's like, "You're the guy from that show on Fox Television."
Did he like turn and say that?
He didn't turn, thank God. And I'm like, and I
I
literally
see
said,
you on the Playboy channel.
I said, "Thanks, dude." I said, "You're the only person that's ever recognized me from that show." And of
Where
course,
did that show air? I've never heard of it.
it was on it was Fox affiliate shows. So it was on like, 12:30 or 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and all the Fox affiliates on, I don't know where the Fox affiliates are. We have TXF or whatever it's called here.
Yeah, WTXF.
Fox 29.
Did you guys like fight? You and your wife fight on
No,
on
it
camera
was
and
just
stuff?
a home remodel thing, and
Oh,
they-
remodeling your house.
yeah, they made fun of me because I had too much crap, and
Okay.
Dragged you down the
I don't know.
street.
And so that was that, And now the only thing people know me for, other than old school, is that I'm the guy on the boardwalk who tells you, if you're under the age of 18 and not accompanied by an adult,
You need to get
you
the
must
fuck off the
exit
boardwalk.
the boardwalk now.
If not, you will have your buttocks ripped
I thought
to
I got
shreds.
replaced because I heard a different recording the other day.
Oh, was it your voice that
It
does
is
that?
my voice.
Were you upset?
I was.
You get
Dude,
bummed out.
I
Right?
took it off my profile that I'm the voice of Wildwood. I literally erased that.
So you're the curfew guy.
I'm the curfew guy.
Wow, that's cool.
I am telling you right now, though.
And I was
will,
the COVID guy.
I will fucking murder you if you do the tram car noise.
They will not give that to me. They worked
Because
at a deal.
I talked to them and I said I will fucking murder him if you give him that.
Watch the tram car.
Oh, come on,
Jim.
No.
Personalized
It's bad
tram
enough
car.
you're like,
Hi, kids. I know you're having fun on the Wildwood Boardwalk, but you need to get the fuck off right now because we don't like you.
I'm hoping for more work. I did the what are those things? The things that fly in the air things. The
airplanes, drones.
No, drones. I did the drone show, 3 different drone shows last year.
you got the voice. You
So
got
my
the-
wife and I go down there. We're standing there.
Welcome to the 45th centennial of
That's kind of what it was.
Conshohocken.
So I do this stuff. I read this stuff. I record it on my computer and through that mixer there. And so my wife and I drove down for one of the drone shows, and we're standing on the boardwalk, and the thing starts, and I'm like, "There it is, Nance." And I'm talking to my wife, and this lady standing next to me, and she's like looking at me, and she's looking up at the microphone, and I looked.
What are you sitting there like doing it while it's like happening?
They thought
it's not like she's looking at you like that looks like you.
Like, hey, everybody.
the
And
voice.
you start doing it.
She recognized the voice, and she was very
How
confused.
fucking loud were you talking?
She was standing right next to me.
Ah.
So
Were you like complaining?
I
about
guess she
something?
thought maybe like there was some guy standing somewhere on a podium, like making an announcement. But I recorded it 3 weeks before, and it was really funny.
She was sitting
that's
there
funny.
bitching probably about the free breakfast you had that day, and she's
That's
like,
funny.
"Are you're the guy that hates kids on the boardwalk?"
That's the only time I went down to hear any of my announcements. We were like, we'll go down for the one drone show. We did 3 drone shows that year, but I only went down for the one, and then we stuck around for the curfew.
That's funny.
Then we got in the
sign
car.
autographs there.
Yeah, I'm the bad
I'm
guy.
the guy.
They,
I'm the
they
guy.
literally call me the bad guy. Oh, we need the bad guy. We have this new announcement. We need the bad guy.
That's good.
Well, I mean, you're like, thank you for coming to the historic Wildwood Boardwalk. Now get the fuck off.
You have to say it right. Wild Woods.
Yeah, I don't like that.
The Wildwoods.
I don't like that.
I didn't until I started
I
doing this
know
stuff.
it's-
I didn't
I-
know
yeah, I
that it
knew-
was a conglomeration of 3 different towns.
Yeah, but
Who knew?
It just sounds wrong.
I just
don't
used to
like
go
it.
down there to get drunk and hang out in hotels and try and meet younger people
Welcome to the historic Wildwoods Boardwalk.
and put
Fuck
dollars
off.
under the boards and pull the dollars.
We used to go there all the time. Man. Saw a lot of good bands there.
I only got to see. I saw LeCompte with Brittany Fox backing him. I missed a lot. And I went to Seaside Heights a lot.
Yeah,
That was during the era when I wasn't quite 21.
Did you ever go down?
I would tease my hair up
I see
and
what
go
you
down
did
the
there,
shore.
yeah.
I didn't fit in my car so good though.
Yeah, the
Did you go to
Seaside
the
Heights.
Stardust though, down in Wildwood?
I don't know where
I think I saw
was.
LeCompte at the Stardust once.
That was the place, man. That was.
Well, the Hurricane East, we used to go see the Dead End Kids.
Yep.
I never got to
and
see
Cobra.
Schillinger
the Dead
Avenue
End
was
Kids.
the place
Yeah.
to hang out.
The
Schillinger.
first time I saw Dead End Kids was over at that place in Jersey over the bridge. Hoppy was doing sound.
The Woodbine Inn,
I don't know.
Aljo's.
Oh no, I didn't go to the
Pirates Den.
The Pirates Den.
Yeah,
So-
that was the old. That was like the
The replacement band.
yeah, the Dead End Kids that I
The
remember.
original, yeah.
Well, I don't know if they were original yet. I mean, there were still some of them, but the Dead End Kids. The first time I saw them, you went into the Hurricane East, and you got 5 beers for $1.
Joey wants you to do an announcement at the end of Screwballs to kick people out.
I'd gladly do that.
That's good.
It's time to leave.
Thank you for coming
Get
to
out.
the historic Screwballs. It is past
Established
last
in
call.
year
Get the
3.
fuck out.
I will gladly do that.
Yeah, the Dead End Kid. Well, anyway,
I've watched videos of them, the
Yeah.
original band. See, I was too young. I don't know.
well, I was too young too.
I missed it. I wasn't allowed to leave the
wasn't that-
house.
it wasn't
I
like
was,
today
I was
you could
literally
get in.
shackled to my bed in my house. So it's a long
I
story.
read about you.
Yeah,
You get 5 beers for $1. If they pour you 5
that would have been
drafts,
great.
and you put them on the floor, and they would yell at you for having them on the floor. It was just a weird place, but I remember the first time they came out, my eyes popped out of my head. I was like, "What the hell is this?" I couldn't believe it. I could not believe
they
what I was
were
looking at.
ahead of their time.
There was not a lot of jumping around. It was slow energy, and it was powerful. And I was like,
And
man,
it was unison, and it was
these
beautiful.
guys are out of control. So
Sounds like a church.
we played at Shady Lane, and we played with the Dead End Kids many times, but we played at Shady Lane with them on New Year's Eve, I remember.
One of the greatest singers.
Bill Mattson and I, we drank this. You know those big bottles of champagne are like oversized?
They call them magnums, right?
No, I think this is like some kind
It's
of
bigger than
Super
a
yeah,
Magnum.
Magnum?
Yeah, it's like a. Anyway, we drank the whole thing.
Oh, that's bad. The next
And he
morning.
walked out. I don't remember what happened to me, but anyway, we played a lot of shows with them there, and we played Dick Lee's with the Dead End Kids.
I played Dick Lee's with Network, not in the band. Instinct played with them.
Sounds like a game.
That was a funny story. So I was really naive. Like I didn't know what the speaker that spins.
Leslie.
Leslie. I didn't know what a Leslie was. So I'm in the back and I'm spraying my hair with my Aquanet Super Hold All Weather, teasing it up because we're going on. And the band's playing and somebody hit the Leslie. And it was at full tilt and there was a microphone in the room. And I didn't know. I just the box is a microphone. I don't know. This thing goes off. I thought it was like a fucking air raid siren. I hit the floor. I didn't know what was going on. I was scared to death.
Those things are wonderful. Man.
That was my Dick Lee story.
Well, we played many places with Dead End Kids, and then what we did, we played the Keswick Theater in 1985,
That's crazy.
and we got them to open to play with us. And then even the name Rough House was a shout out to them because, they're such a great band and they influenced so many people in this area. Of course, it's a great band.
So my first gig was up in Telford at the Telford Inn. My second gig. It was my second gig. My first gig was at I can picture
Your uncle's house.
Yeah, it was my uncle's house. Walsh's Tavern. That was my first. I was opening for Mark's band with Tom Deck. Him and Tom Deck had a band. Whatever they were called. Damn it. I'm sorry, guys.
LTK.
No. Ah, crap. Well, it doesn't matter.
Tom Deck's a good singer.
Oh, fuck yeah.
He's a
I
good
love
singer.
Tom.
He's a good guy.
So, one of the nicest people you'll meet in the business. Yeah, dude, it's all good. So, second gig, we're driving up, and my singer, Terry, she's been around the block in the band scene.
Please don't describe women like that.
I said, in the band scene, you have to pay attention, son.
What?
Slowing down over
Yeah,
here.
So we were pulling up to Telford Inn, and I don't know nothing. Like I'm a little kid from Northeast Philly. I'm a Jewish boy. I don't know. I got teased hair, and that's it. That's all I got going for me. Can barely play the guitar. We pull up. There's a biker out on the porch. He's got a guy by the hair. He's slamming his head into the other guy into the.
It's
into the
Telford
porch. And I looked over and I said, "Is that where we're playing tonight?" And she said, "Yeah." And I went, "Okay, great." And we were playing with Mark's band that
And
night.
that guy with his hair being yanked is your MC, so you're going to wait a bit.
Telford was an interesting.
I mean, if my parents knew at that time what was going on and what I was seeing, my grandfather would have been like, "That's good. That'll learn him
You
something."
had vastly different parents than mine. They wouldn't have given a shit.
Oh, my parents would have been like, "You're never leaving the house again." I told you I was chained to the bed.
Telford Inn was a interesting place.
I hit my head on the heater, and they told me not to hit my head on the heater, but I hit my head on the heater anyway.
Yeah, it was a pain.
They could get in trouble for that. Don't do that.
I was sitting at the bar at the Telford Inn next to my wife, and then somebody else was sitting there, and some guy threw a punch at the guy sitting next to her.
Oh, no.
And he ducked. She ducked out of the way. I turned my head around. He punched me right in the face.
Dude.
I was just sitting there. I was like, "What was that?" And the guy's like, "Oh, dude, I didn't mean to hit you." I'm like, "You just punched me in the face." And I started, and then, then it went crazy.
That was a bonus, I suppose.
Next thing you know, it's one of those scenes in a movie.
It was. But,
a lot of the guys from my work, where I work now, I've been there for 18 years. That's where they used to go after work. They would go there for
One of them
beers.
probably punched you.
Yeah, I used to go there. Yeah, I used to live in Telford. I lived there for a year. That was a rough time in my life, but I lived in Telford for a year.
I've been there working there for 18 years. It's still a rough time.
Yeah, I used to work up in Plumstead and just to go
Just
through
down
there.
the road.
Yeah, and I stopped there one day after work, and I was just like, "Ooh, this is a mistake."
The where the bands used to play is now it's a social club. Nothing remains. Nothing remains.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, where do you go to play these days? There's not a lot of places to play. I mean, there's a decent amount, but it's not like it was. You think about how it was, and you got the lion's share of it back in the day.
Now they're all little venues.
You were in what I would call phase 2.
It was 5 days a week,
That's crazy.
Tuesday to Saturday. And
I would never have stayed in school if that opportunity had come to me when I had gotten out of high school.
When I was 18, they raised the drinking age to 19.
I remember when that happened. I was still in high school when that happened, and I was like, fucked again.
So I had a fake ID. I had my friend's ID, and we went to this place called the Red Rooster. It was the first time I seen a lot of club bands when I was really young. My mother worked at this place in Lansdale called Shenanigans,
Oh God.
and they had like the Sound Investment, which was a very popular cover band at the time. All these other bands, they were like hippies from the set. These were actual guys that were in their 30s and the 70s playing in these
They were the
clubs.
guys that we're doing now after we did the thing that we did before, right?
So I saw a lot of those, but there was a big stretch of time, and here I am, I'm 18 or 17, and I'm at the Red Rooster in Alpha, New Jersey, and this band Gandalf comes out, and they were with Media 5 at the time, and they opened up with "Since You've Been Gone," the Russ Ballard tune.
Yeah.
Graham Bonnet.
Mm-hmm. Love his voice.
Yeah. And the guy sang it just like it. I was like, oh my God, my band will never be this good. I was like, these guys sound incredible. I never heard anything like it.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, another year later, I'm there 3 nights every 6 weeks. It's kind of a
I'm
surreal.
that guy now.
It was surreal,
That's how life works sometimes. If you chomp at the bit long enough.
Yeah, you go to places and you see them like we used to play Lemoore a lot in Brooklyn. That was like one of our.
Went there one time.
Yeah, we used to play there a lot, and
Better parking than CBGB, I assume.
No,
Oh, but you win
not
anyway.
much. I saw Rob Halford there.
At Lemoore.
Yeah.
With One, the band One.
No, he was with Halford. Oh. It was the year before he joined back with Judas Priest.
Was that Russ Parrish? Russ Parrish playing the guitar?
No, that was when he was.
One.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that was. It's all right. It's all right. I'm just a little crazy. It was that band. That's who Russ Parrish played with.
Okay.
But that eventually got him the opening spot for Judas Priest with Steel Panther.
Okay. Yeah. We played with them once. They're a lot of fun.
Mike Chesniak or something like that was the guitar player. I can't forget the guy's name in Halford. Brilliant guitar player. I mean, like it was sort of like a clone of Priest with a little bit more modern metal mixed in. Halford, if you ever check out the first Halford album, it is spectacular. Great album, well executed, well recorded. He did like 4 or 5 Halford albums. That was the best.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever meet him?
I did. He's a
nice
great guy. Like I literally met him at King of Prussia Mall.
Oh, yeah.
They did a record signing. It was him, Glenn Tipton, and KK Downing. I couldn't believe I was meeting those guys. I was like, this is fucking insane.
Louis, Greg, and I, and another guy, we went to the Tower to see him on the British Steel tour. Iron Maiden was opening up.
I've heard stories about that show.
And we were, I think we were like 11th row. But anyway, we were outside the Tower, up in the parking lot.
Yeah, in that crazy garage.
And they were doing a sound check. We could hear them doing the sound check. So Louis Rivera kicked the door, and it opened up. And we opened up these steel doors, and we looked down the steps. We're at the top of this big long stair, and they're on stage, and they're playing like Grinder or something. I forget what it was, right? And we're all like, "Holy crap!" So we all sat on the steps. We stayed up pretty high, but they saw us. And Rob Halford singing. He's looking up at us. I'm like, Rob Halford is wearing shorts. It was like the biggest surprise because he's the king, well, the queen or whatever he is of metal, right? He's the metal god.
He's the metal god.
But he's wearing shorts,
and he still does to this day. He lives in Arizona. He dresses like a guy in the desert.
Were they leather shorts?
No.
He was just coming off the bus, like doing the
He's
sound check.
just a regular person, man.
And but for me, he was like
God.
But now he looks like my Uncle Walt, and that's kind of freaking me out.
So Dave, first concert I ever went to was Kiss.
Yeah.
1979 at the Spectrum.
I was there.
Judas Priest opened the show.
Oh, no, I wasn't.
So technically speaking, they're the first band I ever saw in concert on a large stage.
Okay. Yeah, I saw. Louis kicked the door open, and we watched him play a song.
Which was a year before.
The British Steel tour, whatever that was.
79. So that was 80.
With Iron Maiden, and they started playing another song. And then we see the guy coming up the steps.
Oh.
Their British tour manager. He's like, guys, I know you're not causing any problems, but you got to go. We're like, oh, can't we just stay to the end of the song? They're like, nah, come on, let's go. And, we went in and saw them play later. But,
But
it was cool. We got to see that.
Well, so I was telling you about this guy, Paul Morgan. Paul Morgan came over here on a tour with Meatloaf. He was one of his roadies, too. But he started with Gary Moore, and so actually he didn't. Gary Moore was one of his bigger acts. He worked with Def Leppard and a bunch of those bands, and he would tell me these crazy stories, like being on the road in England, and the people that he met. Like he met Elton John and worked with so many people. He's one guy that I really, really, really wanted to interview on this show. Unfortunately, he passed away about a year and a half ago.
You know a good guy to get on? Rick Cronetti.
Oh, that would be great.
I jammed with Rick Cronetti half a dozen times last year.
Did he work at Cintioli's?
I don't know. I'll tell you what, though. You talk about rare guitars.
I could swear he did, and I was in there when
Get him on the show and ask him.
His playing.
I would love to.
Rick Cronetti's guitar
Dude, if you can
playing.
hook us up with him.
His guitar playing is unbelievable.
Black Eyed Susan, right?
Yeah, he apparently he did most of the guitars for all that. I sat and jammed with him several times.
I think he played a Zamatis. Did he play a Zamatis? I swear I could. I don't know. It's popping in my head. Stuff popping in my head. Zamatis. You
You're
know what
obsessing.
that is? That's the metal tooled guitars.
Yeah, like the sitar thing.
Yeah.
So, he has an
probably
album.
saying it wrong.
He has an album out. It's called the Monkey Shine Shit Show, and he put it together. It's some good stuff on there. But he's a good writer. But
Get the both of you back in.
His guitar.
And you guys can talk to each other, and we can just sit back.
He told me some crazy stories, but his guitar playing is I forget what the subject was.
I don't know, dude.
About some of his stories. He was telling me these stories, and he gave me this. He goes, "Hold this," and I'm holding this Les Paul. It looks like an SG, right? You know how old that is?
1961,
It was
62.
unbelievable, right?
My buddy has one.
He's got a grand piano
1 year.
in his house there.
1 year they made him that way. And then Les Paul sued him. He said, "You can't put my name on that. That's not a Les Paul."
Yeah, he's
1 year. So they changed the name to the SG because of that.
Yeah, he's got a lot of gold tops, and
I'm sure he does.
He's got all kinds of stuff.
He's definitely. I'm pretty sure he was the guy that was working at Cintioli's.
he may have been. I bought my P bass at Cynthioli's from what was his name, Matty. The guy's like,
Benny.
I give
Benny?
Benny. I give you the best
how you
deal.
doing? Hey.
He goes, $500.
I'll make
No
a deal for
tax.
you.
No
Okay.
tax. Tax.
That was Benny.
I bought my P bass for
My
$500.
My grandfather was friends with him.
Okay.
So my first guitar was a Gibson S1. So I told my grandfather I wanted a Stratocaster. I don't know why I wanted I wanted a Stratocaster, right? And then my grandfather, I guess, told him I like Kiss, and he was like,
I got an S1. It's a strap, but it's a Gibson, and it's a Paul Stanley.
So that's how I ended up.
Who is this that said this? Mario?
Benny Cintioli.
He was the owner on Oxford Circle. There was
That was my neighborhood.
Yeah, there was a music store there that everybody went to. And I remember I went there with my dad. I think I had $500. Well, my sound man was complaining about my bass, the Rickenbacker. He's like, "I'm not getting any bottom out of that." All he did was complain. But anyway, I went and bought a P bass. The one I play all the time.
You got it from him?
I got it from him for $500, brand new. It's a 1979.
Love that store so much. When I was buying my first guitar, there was a guy in there. He bought a Les Paul Custom, brand new. It was $1,200, and the guy had $100 bills. I don't know what band he was in, and my jaw dropped open. My father said, "Stop that. That's not right."
Don't get all excited about $100 bills. You
I
look
was
like a whore.
freaking out. So Larry Dresden is telling stories. Everybody's telling stories here, and we can't keep up. You have music to promote, and I want you to get that in here before, because we have one thing we have to do before we go off the air. I know you graciously brought us
That's
your
awesome.
CD.
Thank you, man.
Well, that's the first one. Now it's 6 years old. 6 years old? I forget. It's old. It's the first one I did alone. I did that by myself.
I can't wait to listen to this because I've never heard it. I tried to listen to it today. I swear to God.
Well, there's others online. There's Straight Jacket.
You're on Spotify. You're on every platform out there. I noticed that today.
The Straight Jacket album, all the covers are black for all the songs. And that's the album. Matt Nardo helped me out a lot with that. And Steve Harkins, a keyboard player. I have a great bass player in my band, Nick Renzi. My drummer is Dave Sadowski. I have in addition to Steve Harkins, who plays the keyboards and guitar, he's a lefty. But in addition to him, I have a synth player, Mike Wyatt, and then his wife also sings, Susan Schnitzer, the Schnitz. She sings backups. So I got like a 7-piece band.
That's awesome.
Out, yeah.
Dude, you got to let me know when your gig's coming up, if you have one coming up soon or something.
Well, I'm off. I'm going on a trip this summer. I'm going cross country again on my motorcycle.
Your motorcycle.
Yeah. So I'm going to Washington State.
Oh, nice.
All the way down to Pacific Coast Highway.
That's my wife and I. That's one of our bucket list things. Not.
Are you fucking serious?
Dude, how many times do I have to do this?
If you're wondering what happened, Paul just spilled his beer on a
brand new computer.
Brand new laptop.
Here.
Jeez, dude. It's not shutting off. Just keep the show going. Yeah. Everything's fine. Nothing to see
fine.
here.
Nothing to see here.
Nothing happened.
Well, are you kidding me? How many times it keeps turning back on?
Just keep it. Yeah, get it the hell off and then turn it upside down.
What kind of laptop is it?
HP.
A fucked one.
It's the second time.
That's the second time this month.
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember we were doing the show one time, and I don't know, man. Like somebody was just texting, and I was just I'm doing this thing, and someone's like, "Are you really holding a drink over your laptop?"
Probably an IT guy. IT guys are.
So like I have an external keyboard. I can literally put this across the room, and yet I insist on having it sit in front of me. I think we're going to be.
You got to get a giant trash bag full of rice. That's not going to work because it's beer.
I think we're going to be okay.
I think you're okay.
We shut it down. We're going to let it dry out.
Shut it down. Let it dry out. Leave it upside down.
It'll be all right.
I have a virgin
might be a little
chicken
drunk.
at home we can sacrifice later. We'll figure this out.
It might give you like
If I ruined it, I'll have to sell that guitar I just bought.
wrong information.
IT tip. Don't
Anyway,
do that.
where were we? Oh, there's always excitement on the P word.
Yeah.
What's the P word, Paul? Is that what that means?
I have Perry Paul
No.
podcast. Podcast word.
It was something that came up. It was like something I pitched to another show I was on, and they shot that down. And then we did this, and I'm like, let's call it that. Like, because it's like every asshole has a podcast. So it's like podcast is a bad word.
Well, I'm an asshole and I don't have a podcast.
Well, get a podcast.
Just get one.
So
Everything's
we
fine.
put it out there, and then the no, I'm not getting political, so don't anybody start. But then the election started, and the whole like grabbed her by the P word thing came out, and I'm like, well, now we can capitalize on that, I guess.
see.
But it like now I see like 1,000 of these out there,
Yeah.
and it's like
there's
yeah,
a bunch on YouTube.
Yeah, it's not about that, man. It's just literally like
Yeah, people think it's like something dirty.
no, it's like just because everybody has a podcast, and it's like a dirty goddamn word now.
Okay. That's a good reason, I guess, suppose.
What do we got here, Jim? What time you got? Now you have no
It is
clock.
8:42.
Okay. So
What time is the show over?
9 o'clock. Later in the year, we're going to go a little longer because I will have different responsibilities in life, hopefully.
So you ready for?
It's that time, Jim.
Is it this time?
This is the one thing that we do besides drink beer. And by the way, I'm giving this a 9.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll just let this play while I figure that out.
It's like a commercial.
It's a game.
Oh, I saw this.
Okay. You want to go through the whole the rules here?
Yep. Okay, so Jim's going to put up 6 statements.
Headlines.
Headlines, if you will. And 5 of them are actually real, true headlines from Florida. One of them is not true, and Jim made it up. Your job as a listener is to guess which one is the fake one. And if you win, you get nothing. That's the best part.
I think we should buy like a pack of Y-fronts and just sign them and send them out to anybody who wins.
Maybe some vape pens or something?
No, that's more expensive. Let's
Oh.
just get some underwear and do that. Remember how well it worked over in...
Maybe we can make some P-word stickers.
Yeah, we could do that. All right.
Who's paying for that?
I'll do it.
Florida's
I
a
already
crazy
made up
state.
the other stuff.
But the guy in the back said we're not allowed to spend any money.
Fuck that guy. He's fired.
Dude, he put this crappy poster behind
He's
us.
still fired.
And he put you all the way out an hour and a half away from my house.
That's crazy.
Dickhead. All right, so number 1, Florida man arrested for using lasagna as weapon in diner brawl. Number 2, Florida man caught breaking into house with raccoon on shoulder.
Real raccoon?
Yeah. Number 3, Florida man arrested for yelling at people through a traffic cone.
I've done that.
Everybody's done that. Number 4, Florida woman sues Kraft for $5 million over Velveeta pasta prep time.
Okay.
Number 5, Florida man attempts to time travel by driving his car into a strip mall.
At 88 miles per hour?
Either that or he saw the Blues Brothers and got confused. And number 6, Florida man dressed as jester threatens landscaper with a 12-inch dagger.
Oh, Jim, you're making these harder and harder every week.
So Brett already said number 2.
Oop, got that wrong.
See, it's like usually like it's
Bree's going with 5.
the cone is for sure, but usually like that's the one that like no.
Just because you did it.
Well, I was in New York and
I was on my lawn 2 weeks ago. What are you talking about? Hey,
I'm gonna go with number 6. Just
Number
why
6?
not?
Okay.
Why not? I give up.
I'm going to go with 4.
Alrighty there.
DW was my
We'll
initials.
get some wide variety.
You know what? I'm just wiping everybody out. We already got too many people.
Joby says it's his turn to win. Robert McKernan says number 2.
Okay.
So Joby said he's going to do something, but he hasn't done it.
I'm just going to wipe it out. Everything. Tom says 3.
Where's Joby's vote, man?
I don't know. He's Joby's in. Oh, number 4. Okay.
That's cool.
All right. And
Larry
Jenny
Dresner
says
was
4 or 6.
mentioning Billy Lomax in his comments. That's cool.
All right. Yes, you can watch it later, Rick. It's on
Joby
YouTube.
says 4. Yes. Okay.
All right.
I keep forgetting we're on delay, dude.
Jackie says 1. So I can play the.
It's a lonely number 1. Worst cover Dokken ever did.
What, this song?
1 is the loneliest
Ah.
number.
Ugh.
It was terrible. What were they thinking? Actually, it was Don.
Shouldn't be messing with Three Dog Night or Harry Nilsson.
All right, I think we're good. Ready?
Sure.
All right.
Jackie said 1. You got her?
Yep, I got it.
Okay.
I got it. I there were too many people. I just wiped it all out. But we're just gonna go from the bottom up. So
You know your number.
I know which one. I literally have done this where I couldn't fucking
Bob
remember
Chavis
which
just
one.
came in with
Yep,
Jimmy Rocio. Everybody's coming in now. All right.
I could not fucking remember which one was the one I made up.
That's bad, Jim.
And I'm sitting here like, come on, dude.
That would happen
And
to
I
me.
remember I did. There
I
was
sent
a
you
way to-
2 this week.
I know, but I can't use those.
You can.
No,
just
I
tell
don't
me
want to
I'm-
use those.
You can tell me I'm not allowed to be in the.
No, it's not that. It's just that if they're out on the internet, everybody sees them. I get like 15 of these a week. People are sending me these things. I never.
That's
use
making
them.
your windows smaller.
Yeah. So I just like whatever.
Thank God for toilet paper.
Yeah, I like it, especially fried. All right, here we go. So,
What goes on in that house?
so the Florida man dresses as a jester. That's a real thing. The traffic cone thing. That's real. Come on, everybody does that.
Every 3-year-old does.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
The craft thing is real. That one bugs me. So whoa. That one bugs me so much. That is so weird.
Well,
That's the
that's
one I
like the McDonald's
like
coffee.
I actually had to look that up and read that story. Like seriously, man?
Did she win the $5 million?
Yeah.
Probably.
She did not.
We're gonna go for a settlement.
Let's see. The raccoon story is real. Okay.
I haven't won in a long time.
So it's between like Bree and Jackie at this point.
Joby, you got bumped, dude.
Sorry, dude. Sorry, Bree. Don't kill me when I get home. It is number 1. That's the one I made up.
See, that seems totally normal to me.
Yeah, all these seem normal because
It's Florida.
You've read these so many times. You're getting weirdly numb to it.
That's what's
so,
happening.
Jackie, you win. Good job.
I mean, I did say, did I say it? I thought, was it burnt?
You thought it. I heard that. Yes.
Okay,
You
because if
thought
it's burnt, it could become a weapon.
so.
You
Yeah,
know,
it could.
If my mom cooked it back in the 70s.
My mother has hit me with lasagna once. I'm sure. Yeah.
I got hit with a clog.
Oh yeah, my mom boomeranged one
What
of
were
your
those things called? The
clogs.
Flip flop. I used to get the
there was a
flip
name,
flop.
Doctor something or
Dr.
other.
Scholl's.
Dr. Scholl. She had
Martin? I don't know.
I got hit with one of those.
I remember I told you a story. I don't know what the hell I did. I was in the front room, like the parlor or whatever. That room you're not supposed to fucking be in.
No, our houses were too small for that stuff.
We had that room around here. All the people in my neighborhood had a room you weren't supposed to go in. We went in it, but everyone else went.
It was the bathroom in my house.
Hoity-toity.
No, we used the room all the time. But I'd go in like friends' house at the same house. They're like, "You can't go in there." I'm like,
We had slip covers.
yeah, we didn't have that. My grandmother had that.
I used to get the belt.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, there was
But
that.
my mom one time she was going up the stairs and I was in the room,
And I don't know what the hell I did, but she just...
You know what you did.
No, I don't remember this time. But she whipped it off and threw it at me. And it was back when I was way more flexible and hadn't torn my groin as much. And I actually did a straddle. Full out straddle and ducked. And it hit the table behind me and shattered the table, which was made of wood. But it blew up the...
Was that
could have been your
exploding
head.
wood?
No, it was ply, like layered wood.
Okay.
And it broke the outer part and then blew the whole thing up. Man, she came down and kicked the shit out of me because I broke her table.
See?
And the whole time I'm yelling like, I just kept you out of jail.
Should have took the hit.
No, that would have fucking killed me, man. No, she one time, I remember one time I said, I don't know what the hell I did, but she came up and beat the shit out of me with a belt. And she did it all the time.
She loved you, Jim.
But she came in with that, she walks in with her hands behind her back. And you're like, oh, I'm fucked. And she like just started wailing on me, like hitting me with a buckle, like, because they always like loop it. And then like the smack, make that nasty sound with it. But she like lost control and the buckle was hitting me and stuff. My sister actually came in, dove across me, and the belt stopped because couldn't hit her. Couldn't hit the golden child.
Listen,
My dad would just go like this.
And that was it.
He'd give me the look. I'd be like,
my dad, it was funny. Like not too long, like about a year before my dad died, he's like, I never hit you. And I said to him, like, you didn't. You actually never hit me. You kicked me in the ass a couple of times, and you didn't stop Mom from her rampages. But yeah, you never hit me. You never really did anything.
My dad took me once and threw me across a room.
He would like a couple of times he planted his foot in my ass.
My dad was about 5 times the size of me. My dad was like Ronnie. My dad was a big dude, and I was adopted. So was Jim. And maybe we were in the wrong family.
We're just a love, yeah. I mean,
switched you up.
I was just this little frail little thing.
I wanted to.
Oh, the wooden spoon was the worst, man. I hated that thing hanging on the kitchen wall.
I never got the spoon. I got the belt and the flip flop.
Oh, the flip flop.
Flip flop and Dr. Scholl's.
No, the worst was we were on a trip. We drove down to Florida and we stopped south of the border. And my mom bought a leather bullwhip, and I'm like, "Fuck me! I know." I'm getting hit with that.
I just went past it 2 months ago.
I was there last year.
I took my wife and kid there a few years ago, and
we drove by. We didn't stop in.
We have to stop. We have to stay there.
I stopped.
What were you about to say?
Oh, we were talking about the music before. I got one more thing. So, I'm working on a new album now. So I put out a song like every 6 weeks, 8 weeks.
Yeah.
But there's 4 T's songs that Greg and Rex left the band in like 1990, something like that. And Louie and Mike and I got 2 guitar players, Rob Levy being one of them. And we recorded some stuff with Brian Stover, who used to be in T's. Mm-hmm. He engineered it at KGEM.
My ex-wife used to be the office manager there.
So we did some at KGEM Gladwin. We did some at Victory in the city.
She was at Gladwin.
So we did them at both places, and we have them mixed. And
you're gonna slap them on there.
We're thinking, they're great songs. They're some of the strongest songs we ever had. So we're thinking of we're going to meet next week and go through the re-EQ them.
You should do it
and see what happens. But yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, so 4 songs nobody ever heard before, and we never really played. We never played live with Greg or Rex, so we might as well just release them.
Yeah. KGEM, man, that's an incredible studio. Operation Mindcrime was recorded there.
Yeah, Brian worked there. Brian Stover, he worked there for a long time. He worked with all those guys.
I'm sure he knew my ex-wife.
I'm sure he did. Who was the guy? I forget the guy's name. One of the owners there. I forget his name, but we recorded at the warehouse too in Delaware.
Delaware Avenue.
Yeah, Columbus
across
Avenue.
Across from RPM.
Yeah, it's right in the same building, pretty much.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We recorded there. I got kicked out of RPM for life.
I used to practice there, and we used to blow the amps up, and then we just said, well, then we'll just bring our own amps, and
I used to practice there too, and I was jamming with these guys in Delaware, Psychopath, band out of Delaware. Jeff Burns.
That sounds familiar.
I went and jammed with those guys, and
Sounds like my mom.
I was sure I had all these alcohol with me there, and the guy came in to change a cable, and he goes, "David, you know better than that. You can never come back here again." Oh. Well, I did. Like a year later, I was like, "Hey, man, how you doing?" He's like, "Hey, how's it going?" He forgot all about it. Yeah, so I went back.
I remember they had like, they were selling instruments or renting instruments. They had like an Ibanez SR bass out in the hallway. I remember some weird things like we used to go practice there, and then we would go to South Street and hang out at like Manny Brown's or
I used to go to Manny Brown's a lot.
Coca Banana Cabana.
Or Montserrat.
I never went there.
Yeah, that was a cool
Well, maybe
place.
I did. I just don't remember. So my girlfriend at the time, she worked at Downey's.
Okay, yeah. I've been to Downey's many times.
So we were.
So she paid for drinks.
No, she didn't pay. We didn't pay at all because she was one of the servers on the strip, so to speak. We used to go to Pizzeria Uno. The one dude in there, as soon as I walked in, he'd be like, "Hey, I've been experimenting with this song, this drink. Would you mind trying it out for me?" I'm like, "Sure, yeah."
It doesn't have much ammonia in it.
Of course. Did you play Dobbs?
I never played Dobbs, but I did play TLA.
Yeah, the TLA is a great place to play, but Dobbs
was a shit.
I wanted to play Dobbs. Well, now it's back again, right?
Yeah.
It's
Is it
Bridget Malloy's or I don't know. It's got some crazy name.
It was Dobbs, then it was something else.
Well, it's back again with a new name again.
Well, we used to have to park on Oriana Street, which is half a block up from Dobbs.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you take your amp out, put it in the street.
You gotta roll it down the street.
Roll it down halfway, walk backwards to your car, get your other stuff, lock it, do like 3 trips. You got to
Not
keep
cool.
an eye on everything.
Not cool.
And then the cops are yelling at you, you know.
That's probably why I never played Dobbs. So, like, I got asked to play at CBGB's, and I probably told this story a million times when I was an in-state.
Have another drink. Spill it on something.
Yeah, I'll spill it onto the fucking board. And, you know, our agent at the time, I don't even remember his name. He was getting a shop to Atlantic Records and all this. And he's like, "I got you guys a gig at CBGB's." And I'm like, "I'm not driving my car there.
Oh, you.
Where am I going to park my
psycho.
car?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Dude, I'll go, but I need somehow to get my shit there."
Take the train. Bribe somebody. Hitchhike.
I said no. Stupid ass kid.
Yeah,
I should have done it.
We played the ASB played the Continental a couple times. T's played Manhattan a few. We played the Cat Club. That was great.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, it
Dude,
was a cool place to play.
Just the fact that you were at any of these places is just like.
Joey Ramone was there.
What was that like?
I don't know. I just saw him standing there. You know.
That's what I
How
assumed
could you
he
miss
would
him?
do.
He's like a giraffe.
I would just
Hey, he's
assume he's
big.
just like standing there quietly doing nothing.
He seemed like he was on Howard a lot. I used
He
to
was a
listen-
nice guy.
seemed
They
really
had a
nice.
roped off section for all the famous people would sit over there, you know. And well, I think we played there twice at the Cat Club. The guy Tommy
I
Gunn.
don't know why you guys didn't play at M3.
You know, I don't know either. I mean, I think we asked about it, and they never got back to us. And
They
you know,
probably. I got a connection down there.
well, I'm not with T's anymore. So.
I know. Well, a reunion show, one night only.
No, I'm
Look
done.
back.
I'm done. So they're playing. Rex has something going on. It's he's playing the T's music at this thing in Brooklyn. Coming up, so Heaven's Edge is there, and Ted Poley.
We played old school. We did this thing, sleazy slimy Sunday. We played with L.A. Guns. It was the Sunday after M3, so it was Ted Poley and L.A. Guns and the singer from Kicks and whatever. So
Funny Money.
Yeah, all these people, man.
Yeah,
So we're down there hanging out, and I'm like,
Place.
we're the only cover band. Like, I'm like, this is fucked up.
Yeah.
You know. And I met Ted and hung out with Ted. He was a good guy,
We
you know.
played with him. I think we played him once or twice.
Really nice person, you know.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He lives right down the road. He's up there in not
That
Reading.
place that's far away.
Allentown. He's 15 minutes from here.
Okay. Yeah. We played with L.A. Guns. Oh my God, we played with L.A. Guns at this place in Delaware. ASB did, and in between acts, they had a sideshow. This guy would do this crazy stuff like hang bowling chandeliers off his nipples.
I've seen stuff like that.
So he gets there and he gets a knitting needle, right? And I'm standing on the side of the stage. We're ready to go on. He's finishing up his act, right? We're all the way up there on the stage.
You're like vomiting in a bucket watching him.
Well, he was just doing all this crazy stuff. He had this assistant, you know. Anyway, he takes this knitting needle and he pops it through his one side. He takes it and you see it going like this. And he goes, and it goes out the other side. Oh. This guy in the front row, he's like, he faints. All of a sudden, there's this big circle of people around him. An ambulance comes, right?
Oh, no.
They cart the guy out. We start our set. Next thing you know, the guy's in the front row. He's got a bandage around his head. He's all bloody.
Oh, no.
He's at the show. So after we got done playing, I was talking to the sideshow guy, and he goes, you know, that's the first time in my life I ever got a falling ovation. True story.
That's a great story.
But Phil, we were stuck in the kitchen dressing room for like 4 hours. It was a long day, but I got to know him. The band all got, you know, they were nice guys.
Yeah,
he's a good guy.
That's cool, man. So, you had some great stories, and we probably barely scratched the surface.
He used my head. I got a JCM 800, an old one, like an '83. He used that.
Good amp.
Yeah.
I was at a gig one time. I'll just tell this, and I know we got to get out of here. But I was playing the Red Garter.
Oh yeah.
And I'm up in the dressing room getting hammered because that's what I used to do. Yeah. And I walk downstairs, and Gypsy Rose is on.
What's Tom?
Donnie Syracuse, Tom Gillum.
Tom Gillum, yeah.
Or Tommy Tunes.
We played with Gypsy Rose at the Ambler.
So we used to play with them a lot. Instinct we were on bills with them all the time. I don't know. Tommy liked us, and he'd put us at the Galaxy, wherever he was at. So I walked down, and I was like, I said to my roadie dude, he was one of my big goons. His name's Rich. And sorry, Rich, I didn't mean to call you a goon. And I said, man, that amp sounds really good. And he goes, that's because it's yours. And I'm like, what do you mean it's mine? Oh, his amp went down. His Marshall fucked up. So we plugged all his shit into your stuff. And Hoppy's looking at me smiling.
Hoppy. Hoppy's a good guy.
Hoppy's the best.
Yeah.
Hoppy.
We worked a lot with him.
Got really friendly with Hoppy.
Cell Block is where we.
Yeah.
We work with him.
When Hoppy did the show over at the place in Jersey that you mentioned,
the Woodbine.
He stayed here with my wife and I, him and his wife.
Yeah,
Rose.
He's a nice guy. He used to do the Dead End Kids. I think way back.
Oh, he was. So one night he and I were sitting in this fake studio that we're in, and he was teaching me the tricks of those guys. He's like, so they didn't have pedals, they didn't have anything. He says the way they did their solos was they would turn their tone back and forth. So they turned the tone to 0, set the amp so it was nice and crispy, and then when the solo came up, they reversed the tone to full pot.
Right.
And then all of a sudden it got a little more rich. And I guess it probably helped whoever was running the board, him, whatever. Yeah. But that was how they got their solo tone.
I'll tell you.
That's crazy.
I played a lot of shows with them, and I seen them a lot. They would get up there with the shittiest amplifiers, and they would have the greatest tone. There was never a bad tone when you're watching them play.
Isn't that crazy, man?
I was like, what? How are they doing that? Like these beat up old amps,
right.
They knew they just had the magic fingers,
too. They knew how to dial it in.
Both of them are great guitar players. Kelly, well, of course, Kelly's
James,
gone.
Yeah.
But George, we've jammed with George before. George is a good guy. He's a good player, too.
Yeah, I've met him a couple times.
Yeah. He's a good guy.
You got any shows coming up that you want to promote?
The only thing I have right now is in November. That's my band, Weakley, in Allentown at the Gin Mill. We're playing with Gabe's band.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So what date is that?
Steel City Rewind. I don't know the exact date. I don't have it. It'll be posted up. It's a long way away. We had September at the Water Tower, but somehow it got double booked. So
what the? Oh well, there's been a change there because there's people moving in. Nicholas is out.
Yeah, I heard.
He left.
Yeah.
I'm hoping we're doing Summer Jam there with Dog Bite Money and Resurrection.
Let me know if you need anybody.
I will.
Yeah, we played there with Tease. I did my last show with Tease there, Louie and Mike and I.
I know. You guys we were playing at Screwballs that night.
Yeah. Okay.
So when you guys got done, everybody came to Screwballs.
Oh, that's
It was great.
cool.
So we had a nice.
That's
Thank
cool.
you for that.
Well,
by the way,
that's cool. It was a good night. It was a full house.
I was bummed because I wanted to go.
There's so many people. Our old road manager was there, Jerry Garrett, and people we haven't seen for years and years. It's like just was a good send off.
That is a cool way to do it, man. I was bummed I couldn't be there. I was really bummed. I really wanted to be there.
Screwballs is a cool place. I brought my son there. We saw Whiskey Grin. We like Whiskey Grin.
Great band.
Yeah.
Great band. Great guys.
They packed that place.
Yeah.
They do. They do.
You know what's good about Whiskey Grin? They'll be playing this song. The next thing you know, they're playing a Bee Gees song. Then
they mix it
very
up.
creative how they do their things.
And everything's proficient.
And the players are just awesome.
Jim Mayberry.
Yeah. And you know what's weird? The drummer.
Speaking of Hoppy loves those guys.
Yeah. Dream.
Yes.
So I haven't seen him since he played in Rough Diamond at the Galaxy. Remember that band?
Oh, I remember. We used to play with them.
Yeah, I remember him in Rough Diamond. He was a monster behind the kit, man. And we were playing at the Block. Tease was at the Block, and I think it was Tease or ASB. I was playing at the Block, and there he is. He's like, "Hey, Dave." I'm like, "Holy crap!" Just people you never think you would ever see
Right,
again.
exactly.
And next thing you know, he's out there with.
And he's a good guy.
Yeah.
He's the epitome of a good guy.
The bass player, Whiskey Grin, plays all those ricks.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a good band. Good writers, too.
Yep.
Yeah, good writers. That's what I appreciate the most.
Pat Shoemaker.
He's a good guy.
He's right
He
there.
wasn't at Screwballs this weekend. What the
No.
hell?
But that's okay. He can't be at everything.
He's supposed to be.
Now, this Friday, I will be at Peppers by Amadeus Peppers in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania.
Yes, you will.
Old school?
With Old School. And we have Brandy Lee Nelson sitting in with Bob Chavis. So we're going to have some duetting going on and stuff.
I saw Bob Chavis.
Did you?
I was playing in
He's our singer.
In Delaware.
He's got another band. He plays in like 4 bands.
We were playing with Enough's Enough.
Oh, wow. He said he went to that show.
Yeah, and I'm standing there and I'm looking at him and he's looking at me. I'm like, that guy looks familiar. And I can't really see.
He was on here tonight.
I can't really see without my glasses out well, but I'm looking at him and I'm like, he looks familiar. And he's looking at me and then finally I'm like, what's up, man? He's like, hey. I go, what are you doing all the way down here in, I guess we're in Newark, Delaware.
It's not far for him.
He goes, my girlfriend lives down this way and I'm kind of halfway. And
He's a mensch. He's one of the best, man. Like, talk about an easy guy to be in a band with. I just laid back.
Yeah.
Nothing phases that guy. The whole place could be on fire. Be like, all right, we got to get the equipment out. He's
Hey, how many great White fans out there?
he's just
not a good.
he's just laid back. He's a really cool guy to work with.
So I saw him in Newark a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I remember they told me he was there.
Yeah.
That's so funny, man.
He goes, band's pretty good. He goes, different. I'm like, that's what I want to hear, man. That's what I want to hear. I
Different
like
is
to
good.
be. I don't want to be up there playing.
Well, I'm hoping in November I'm not booked and I can get out to see him, man.
Well, maybe we can hook up before then. I'll be back probably the second week of August.
Well, you're welcome to come back and promote the show officially.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be cool. That'd be fun.
I said to people, if you've been on the show or you want to be on the show, drop Jim or I in a line. Not the kind that you snort. And well, maybe
It'd be
I don't
hard
know.
to do that on
My
the
doctor
internet,
wouldn't
but,
approve of that at this point, but maybe we can get you on the show, and unless you're that
All this could be yours.
all this fake backdrop with these plastic pictures of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they almost look real when I came in. I was
It's
like,
crazy.
It's weird,
wow.
right?
I had to reach out and touch, and then the curtain starts.
I've been
waving.
accused of breaking one.
You
I'm
should
like,
see when
"Can't be,
I
it's unreal."
grab one of them. It's weird.
Certainly is a lot of them. It's
Break
like
the fourth wall.
And what's weird about the pattern is it doesn't repeat anywhere. You would think you would see the same exact guitar, but
No, we stopped using fractals years ago.
Very good, Jim. I'm so proud of you.
Look
today.
at me being smart.
Wow.
fractals. Oh,
Yeah.
grief.
That's the way it's gotta be.
I'm glad we shared that opinion.
Quad cortex. I'm gonna use that. No, take that shit off my stage. Now I did see one guy, Clutch. He's using a quad cortex, but he runs it through a Fryette power amp with tubes. So I'm like, okay, at least he's warming up his bullshit. But his tone was pretty good in the video I watched. So
I could say what I could say my experience with all that modeling, but I'm not going to talk about it.
I call it canned tuna.
I could talk about it,
That's fine.
but I don't want to.
You don't want to risk an endorsement.
I like pushing air.
That's what I tell people. I want to feel my ass getting vibrated by my speakers.
I put a 57 in front of it.
Yep.
So if you want to use that phrase as well and mix it and throw a song out at us next week, let me know.
Canned tuna. Just get a Line 6 amplifier. It'll do it beautifully for
Isn't
you.
that hot tuna? Canned heat? Close.
You're talking about your ass vibrating.
That's
Go nuts.
showing my age.
Well, it's that time. I do have to get up and go to work.
But still, before we go.
What do you got?
Hey,
that's right.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. That's what I'm going to do.
I'm sorry.
Stop pointing at me. All right. Let me put on my announcer voice. So, tune into MoncoRadio.com any day of the week, but specifically do it Tuesday night at 9 o'clock. Check out my daughter's show, The Cat Call. It's really cool. She's really cool because she's got a cool dad. But check it out. And if just check out MoncoRadio.com. They got a lot of great stuff out there. Montgomery County Community College, the radio station is really badass.
Matt Porter.
I know Matt Porter.
He knows his shit. Yeah. Check it out. And
The
it's
Kiss
where
Room.
music
The
and
Kiss Room.
minds meet.
Big kiss.
I didn't
for
do
you.
the reverb.
Yeah,
I met Matt in college. That's how I know Matt from
My
back
daughter did too.
at Buck U. We went to Buck Unity.
Buck you too.
Bucks County Community College. That's where I met him.
Yeah,
It's
I
almost
know
as bad as Beaver.
His brother and I did a lot of shows together. So,
I know Anthony. I know Anthony from back in the cell block days.
Yeah,
And, oh my God.
Chainsaw Jane.
Yep. Played a bunch of shows with them. Used to play on bills with Bob's band, Untamed. And of course, I said the Gypsy Rose thing. What happened?
Stop obsessively wiping up things that aren't there.
Well, because I'm obsessed.
Yeah,
that
I
my
know,
computer's
I know.
ruined.
What are you gonna do?
You know how much trouble I'll be in.
Oh, I was going to ask about that.
yeah, this thing needs to fire up and be good.
Just let it dry.
I'm
Leave
just
it
gonna
until
leave it.
tomorrow.
Yeah, all right, it'll be fine. Okay, all right. Thank you, Dave Weakley, for
Thanks-
coming in.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
having
Appreciate
me.
it,
Appreciate
man.
it.
Thank you so much, man.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for the CD.
Who's on next week, Jim?
I don't. Hang on. Let me.
It's
find
Julio.
it.
It's not me.
Yeah, there you go.
Julio's going to be here next week,
Yep.
and he's in like 17,000 bands.
That's going to be fun.
That's a lot
That
of
guy's
stories.
a crazy guitar player.
That's a lot of stories.
Well, we'll see. I've only seen him play. I've never actually spoken to him in person, so this should be interesting.
It's going to be interesting for real.
Last time I talked to you was probably at an old school gig, and before that was at Harris. In the men's room.
Oh, don't
In
talk.
Harris?
Yep.
You're not there to make friends, dude.
I was.
The last time I was at Harris was at Sick Vicky. Was
Well,
playing
it was when you were playing with Tees.
See you, Jackie.
back
Thank
in the
you.
old days when I played with Tees.
Yeah. A couple of years back. All right. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you, everybody, for all the participation.
Hopefully I have a computer to use next week.
God, seriously, man.
All right. If not, I'll be buying another one and having an airship quick.
Thanks for being on the show. Having me on the
Appreciate
show.
you having you on, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anytime, man. Thank you.
Good show. Went fast.
All right. I'm going to end the show. So everyone take care. Thank you for everything. And we'll see you next Wednesday at 7:30.